Well, it would be more along the sources of we would need power to relay from one location to another. There's nothing that we need to relay power to at the moment.
Seems like a thing that we bothersome to take with us, so... Well.
It is very heavy.
I'm sure Connor would like to tinker with it.
Maybe someone would purchase it off our hands.
We can discuss that outside of the council room.
It's true.
I do agree that despite it being apparently useless now, it would be a great opportunity to study it.
This is, of course, Joram saying this, right?
Yes.
Well,
Zoran scratches his chin and says, "You did just make the case that it would be greedy to keep things when they could serve a much greater value."
Ah, but funds and knowledge. If I had to choose between the two, I would always pick the knowledge, of course.
Right.
Besides, we would not damage it while studying it. We could always sell it later. And there is the additional threat of perhaps acquiring the attention of the Technic League should we sell it to someone of outside Torch. And I do not believe that anyone inside Torch would have the appropriate funds to pay for it.
Good, because you have selected knowledge over funds, we can relieve you of the funds so that you may have the knowledge.
In the guild house, there's plenty of things that could suffice for trade, please.
I'm sure we could pick something out from
just,
from the
things,
stores. The Temple of Bry, I know, has a wand of rebuke technology.
I mean,
restoration.
He already gave his most prized possession to Zarin.
Well, that's that worth
I highly doubt that's his most prized possession.
8,000 gold pieces.
He just literally said that he values knowledge over money. So
we're willing to trade him.
I suppose something could be arranged, although I do have to say that most of the church's funds have gone to a fundraiser for the town's taxes. With the industry having been, essentially suspended for quite a while now.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
The industry will get back in motion, and now that the town knows exactly what's beneath them, perhaps, he says, looking over at Connor, something more might be made out of it.
Maybe a free enchant on a piece of weapon or armor of your choice.
He's like, I don't know how to do that. Well, someone here does.
I can build you a free waste treatment plant.
We carry around a portable waste treatment plant.
You can drink any water now.
Professor has it on a donkey.
Yeah. Donkey just trades it.
From the back, Connor pipes up. There is, of course, the additional 4,000 gold pieces that anyone who managed to reignite the torch gets, which I think you qualify for.
Ooh,
so
yes.
There's that.
I mean, that's a little bit, of course.
That's a little bit, yeah.
Smidge.
That said, I do not think it is very fair to press the Clockfather for funds when the town is lacking exactly those.
You haven't seen it like we have.
Zarin chimes in. I'm not pressing him for funds. He doesn't need the relay in order to survive.
Maybe the Technic League would even accept it as part of the taxes. They'd be very happy for such a thing, and to hear the Torch has acquired it for them.
Oh, now there's an idea.
Might be worth more than money to them.
Torch would rise in esteem, and it would get their own
Might cover
governor.
the taxes for multiple years. Wouldn't, you gotta spare that money to do other things. Zarin with his lack of sense of whatever bluffing is this is his humor module.
Not to mention the friendly and overseeing governor you would get from Starfall to come here. To oversee the new technical marvels of the town.
I'm glad I got the humor module installed.
Yeah, well, despite this delightful teasing.
Yes.
Hopefully we can figure something out.
I mean, I guess in worst case we can lend it to them.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it back.
I
mean, there's so many-
daily fee, right? Like,
rental fee. I mean, we need also a few days to go down, up and down to scavenge more stuff from down there as much as we
it's a
can.
rent attack.
You know?
Basically, we're just gonna take, like, go to the prison place, take all that guy's money, be like, you can take your scrap from the hole down there. We sold you the rights to.
Yep.
It. Now.
Here we go. We go to Sandville Trip. We sell him like a vending machine, and we sell him an oven in exchange for some of the stuff he has.
Look at this tube. It tastes of potato. I don't know.
Something is a guild house one, right?
Oh, I guess sure. Whatever.
I think our council business though might be done though for now.
Sure.
Yeah.
I need that great sword.
It calls to you. It's siren call.
It's just sitting there in the window all alone.
But unfortunately, Manikai, your character currently is not going to have any money for one.
No, I'm not, because you're gonna have all of it.
The tax man is coming.
Yeah.
Well, of course, any further question can be asked in the downtime that you're probably going to take, unless you run away immediately.
No, I want a
depending on
decent
how
chunk
I
of
get my
downtime
great
here.
sword.
It's probably going to be at least a week, if not
Yes,
longer.
at least a week, I would say.
How far? Just curious. How far does the justice of this town go? If someone was to steal something and leave, how likely is it that they would be?
Are you,
Well,
are you,
there's
are you
only
planning a
one way
fishing
to
trip,
find out.
Manikai?
Hmm?
Are you planning a fishing trip? Because
Well,
I
it
mean,
might be profitable. We know the guard
you-
here is pretty inept.
Yeah. It's just that doofus outside the. Well, what? Huh? I mean, if you want to go on a fishing trip, you should talk to Shonda. She likes fishing.
She'd be okay with it.
Yeah, man,
Well, yeah, maybe we could figure
it's for the
something
good.
out then.
It's for the good of Skirple, Wait a minute. I mean,
Well, that certainly does sound like a conclusion to this session, capped
It
with
does
some
sound-
opportunities for PCs to interact with NPCs.
And with that, I would also like to welcome you to Book 2, starting next time.
oh my God, book two!
Alright.
It is the bestest book
What's
ever.
it called?
I will not tell you.
Just
Although I
spoilery
guess-
title.
What
It's
was the
not.
first book called that we just completed?
Alright, I can tell you the titles. They don't say anything. The first title of the first book is Fires of Creation,
Oh, it makes sense now!
and the title of the second book, which is also not a spoiler, is Lords of Rust.
Oh, there we go.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, we kind of heard that name. Well, I guess now there's multiples.
Multiple lords.
Well, the rat folk said that whenever I
Oh,
interrogated him last session. Lords of Rust, with Hellion, the Lord of the Lords of Rust.
That's true. It's true. It's like a seed AI thing.
You mean maybe, considering how he's fucking talking through the walls and shit, maybe it is like artificial
I'm
intelligence.
thinking, like it's like a nanite swarm or something like that.
Oh, it's like a horrible nanite
But
swarm.
there we go. There's the Swarmbane clash that
Oh,
you
finally,
bastards
yeah.
continue to hold on to.
Well, the problem is right now we have. If we meta fucking thing, we'd be like
I couldn't do it.
without
I
it,
couldn't.
none of us could hurt it. I want at least to have someone who can do something.
I think it's
Would be nice
reasonable.
to have something.
because when
Like
those
keeping
swarms
that
show
magical
up,
weapon around, right?
Yeah. When the swarms show up, when were they supposed to show up? Book 1? Because
they at
apparently
any
that's a-
point, man, if they can show up at any point.
Okay.
If DM pipes or chemistry before, is there like, now the players don't have a swarm brain class. Fuck them over super hard.
Give it to him.
Just teach them to keep the thing.
Sheep, because you said that time-worn items adjust in value depending on the amount of charges they have, I need to know what the stun baton would be worth now. It has a singular charge.
A stun baton with a singular charge would be a worth of 2.5 thousand. If you sell it, of course, half that much.
Okay, so the value didn't change then. That's
No,
just
it only changes once you expend the last charge, in which case it becomes scrap metal.
There we go.
okay.
Cash
Oh,
that in.
Don't do that.
That's got it right on the nose, guys.
She almost owed us money there.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, think of the money. And it did.
Shit.
And it did. And Bri was with us. And the god of money, whoever that is.
Avatar.
Abadar,
Probably
I guess
that-
Abadar.
yes.
Isn't it like a dude who's like the banking god?
Yeah, he likes
was-
banks.
Wasn't he like mentioned like in the player's guide?
Yeah,
Or was it someone
he is.
else?
He's around in the area. He likes banks and structure.
Worship the god of money.
It's a good god to
Oh.
worship.
Are we gonna spend a week in town before heading off?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
sure.
goody.
There's
Saturday.
one more thing I wanted to mention, not relating to relating to downtime activities, which is item crafting. I looked into the rules again and tried to make sense of the balance that is probably somewhere. There's one important thing that I would like to actually make relevant, which is an upper limit on the worth of magic items you can carry, which is an actual rule that we have just ignored before, which is you can only have an amount of magic items worth a quarter of your expected wealth per level.
What?
What?
Really?
Essentially, a third level PC would have a wealth per level of 3,000 gold pieces, meaning you could have, on top of that, you could have a total worth of crafted magic items of a quarter of that.
What is that? What?
What?
Not sure I get that. What is that?
Uh,
Could you like link the thing? Maybe?
I will try to find the exact wording in a moment.
So but then when you become like a 20th level character, you can only have like 50,000 gold worth of items.
20 level would be, that's
Yes.
way higher. At 20th level, you would have 220,000 that you could
Yeah,
have.
but that would
crafted
then be
items.
like a quarter, which would then be.
No,
That
that
sounds
is
like the
already a
kind of
quarter.
rule that nobody would ever use. I don't know.
Well, we're
Let
apparently
me-
using it.
Apparently we're using it, which works. You
Let
know.
me find the exact wording.
Sure.
If I can find it.
That puts me in an awkward position because I don't really have money to buy anything, and I wouldn't be allowed to craft anything.
Oh, shit.
You can only have like an item like worth like 750 gold pieces. So that doesn't mean that
Yeah,
like the
so-
cloak that Kynrig just crafted. That doesn't mean that means that he can't even have that.
No,
right?
you're not even allowed to
Yeah.
have that cloak.
Essentially, to make it a bit simpler, what I'm going to say is you can exceed your wealth per level by a quarter. So if you already have a treasure trove of items that puts you way above your expected wealth per level, don't get any crafted items.
Well, there you go. That's more easy to understand.
So, how much is the wealth per level? 1,000?
We currently have 3,000 for third level, so that means that we can do 3,750 or something.
Essentially, sorry if I'm being a bit confusing. Having a like cloak of resistance +1 currently is fine, despite it being more of a quarter of your level, of your expected wealth per level. But just don't try to surpass your expected wealth per level by too much.
That means that this Swamp Bane clasp is going into the sea.
That's right.
Pretty fucking hard, because that is worth a lot of money, and I don't
Well, no,
fucking
we
care
can
about it.
have magic items worth more. We can have crafted magic items worth a quarter.
Well, no, I think this means your total, right? If you have total money more
No.
than this, then don't craft items.
No, I think what Sheep was saying is that you can have crafted magic items worth up to a quarter of your expected wealth per level.
But then I
more,
can't.
more than you already have of wealth, so I could have 3,000 normal wealth and 3,000.
Well, with that
No,
interpretation,
No.
you
Is
could have
that what
3,000
you're doing?
normal wealth and 750-ish crafted.
So you can only have that crafted.
Well, the end result that I would like to have, and maybe it's better to make a guideline around that, don't go nuts. Look at the expected wealth per level, and if you're like double that, then maybe it's time to stop crafting items.
I
Okay?
don't think we have reached that point.
No, not yet. I don't see you reaching it ever. Just in case you do, just don't break the game.
I think we have one crafted item right now. In the
Yeah, so with my cloak, I have like 1,000 out of my 3,000 spent.
Or is it counting like the construction requirements for it? So does it have that?
Or is it base price?
It is
Is
the
it
base
base price or is it crafted
Hmm.
price?
It's a very confusing rule.
Like the Swarmbane
I'm
class
not
is
sure I
worth
understand
3,000
stuff.
gold pieces.
Yeah, because
I don't want to have that take all of my.
yeah,
my
because
capacity.
I'm the same thing then, because
Dumb,
I'm
you
like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you
Rothor's
have
got
the
the
plus
full
one full
plate
plate, which is like, yeah, you're fucked.
yeah, dump that full
Yeah.
plate.
Falls
That's
off me.
screw you over. Just falls off. Clonk.
And
Well, that
is-
was weird.
Is that armor counted as a magical item?
No, it's about player wealth.
Yeah.
This was player wealth.
I thought he was only talking about like magical items.
No, there is a total sum of expected player wealth per
How much
level.
money are you allowed to actually, or how much money should you have to be balanced for the
If you were making a new character who's that level.
like? It's the what does the encounters anticipate you having access to as of magic items?
Or just
Yeah, well,
gear.
encounter expectation is rubbish in this system anyway, so...
There's a bit
So-
of power creep.
That Juju zombie was meant for 4 level 1s. Consider that, you know? It's you can't really.
Essentially, what I would like to encourage is that if you find yourself above the expected wealth per level, maybe you could invest in consumables instead, or other things that boost you directly but are not magic items. A more extreme version of the rule that the magic item crafting suggests would be best explained with the example that it provides, meaning that it would essentially encourage multiple people to take craft item feats so you could get more items, but I think that's a bit extreme.
So
I
at
think
the moment,
I think a good guideline. It looks like the NPC bit. Oh well, hang on. No, never mind. At higher levels, it fucks up.
Is there anything else for a sheep? Anything that not pertaining to this particular section? Is there anything else that you want to say to us?
No.
Okay. Anything that you want from us?
I don't know. Do you have any comments, any suggestions, any feedback, any of that sort?
I don't. I can speak. I don't have any particular questions. I guess I thought the book one would last for a bit longer. I was like, we're level 3. Ta-da! You finished up the book. Maybe that's just due to I can't. I have no idea what the fucking adventure path says, and I don't know how you're interpreting the adventure path because that's ultimately what matters more so your adventure path. I'm not upset by it or disappointed or frustrated. Nothing negative. I was just amused. Like, all right, we're done with book 1. All right.
I can't tell you that much. There was nothing skipped, and there were things that we did that weren't in the adventure path, and regardless, it was only this short.
Okay.
I anticipated
It's,
level 4 for the first book, but that's
yeah.
maybe just because Where the Wicked took it.
Let me
That's a 1 to 22. So
let me put this into perspective a little bit. I also think that this actually went by fairly quickly. That said, I think we were actually very efficient in what we did. We didn't waste too much time lolling about it. We know we had a mission and we set our minds to it and got it done. You know, and I'm actually quite happy with how efficiently we played through this in a way. Like we got shit done, and I'm actually
We
quite happy
suffered
with
at
that.
least one setback along the
Yeah,
way.
I breaking the immersion a bit. I think the adventure path anticipated the sessions to be shorter. That's the feeling I'm getting. Because at certain points it was like, at this point the PC should have done multiple trips when you have done exactly 2.
Well, we've done more than that. This is session 5.
No,
So-
I mean at the point
okay.
back then.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so in perspective, we have
they expected us to rest more, perhaps.
maybe for this book we have done 5. Is that it? 5 sessions.
Ooh, this
Yeah,
is
this
session
is
5
session
right
5.
now.
Yeah. For Where the Wicked book 1, we did 13 sessions.
Yeah, but that's also for, I guess, I don't know, how many books is in this one? 5?
5,
6.
6.
Because, okay, that's the same number of books, but Where the Wicked has more levels crammed into it.
That's true. Where the Wicked books were
Basically
very
one
packed.
more per
Now,
book almost.
it's also worth noting that this venture path, for as far as I understand, was designed for 4 players. We had an extra one. On the flip side, we've played classes that are not inherently the most powerful, and we have some missing gaps in our strength, which perhaps the Pathfinder system did account for.
We,
Say Juju Zombie.
So
we
much
are
fucking
not a power party
damage
in
reduction.
that in that sense. Damage reduction things confound us.
That's the
currently.
magic weapon, cleric.
Yeah. Well, we've made the joke before, Malachi and I have, Jonas. If we both stuck with our dex builds and had 1d6 minus 2
Like
damage
shit damage. That'd be really
versus
good
the
later.
hardness things, then that'd been awesome versus hardness.
Which was also
10.
why I was sort of a little bit skeptic when you sort of Malachi especially presented his was like a whip thing you did. I was like, I don't know, because I don't think the adventure
Whip that
path sort of
robot.
assumes.
I mean, don't work with the assumption that I wouldn't have changed things, and don't work with the assumptions that I didn't change things already.
I didn't, but I
So basically, you're saying nothing.
Basically, don't judge the balance that you might have had by the balance that you had.
No,
so
but
far.
that is why I would argue to have a balanced party, because you don't know what's coming up.
No, it's one of the
keep saying that he'll
one of the
make it
directives of the arbitrator of the game is to try and create a balance which matches what the party wants to do, and that in part is determined by what the players create. If we came into a situation where our characters were just completely bombed and Sheep's like, well, I mean, you didn't have this class, then we could either create new people or say, all right, Sheep, if you want to be like that, I'm not playing the game.
Well, the dude some leveled up and got 20 damage reduction now. So
20 damage reduction. Nothing has that much in the game. It's like an adamantine golem. Like 10 damage reduction on something that we fight at level 3. That is pretty stiff.
Yeah, I certainly
I think the
feel
Gearsman had like 15 maybe.
It had-
No,
Yeah,
I
10.
10.
Oh, is it 10? Oh, okay.
definitely 10.
That was kind of a bonus boss.
But that's iron hardness.
True.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pure
Mithril
hardness.
gets to like 15, and then adamantine at 20.
How do
Yes,
we get past that in the future?
Stone, I think, is 8.
Is that
It
like
is
a
5.
weapon that can bypass hardness and adamantine weapon? Unfortunately, that costs a bundle.
I
They
can
have,
get
like,
adamantine
Hardness
bullets.
is really
Yes.
difficult to get. Hardness is
Adamantine bullets
basically
are like
adamantine.
60 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
At least now we know that when we fight Technic League, we know that we can sleep those Gearsmen.
Yep.
Well, they're
Oh,
constructs, so you can do it. I like no one else in the world can.
No.
No, I
it's
mean,
true.
thinking of HD.
Other
No.
the technically themselves look at you like, what is he
How-
doing? Like, I don't.
We're
you
going
need
to
to.
capture him and work
Yes, I'm gonna capture him and put him
Oh,
into
the things
experiments.
we'll do.
in response to that, Kenric in character would know that there are different kinds of gearsmen. Some of them far, far bigger than what you see.
that was Babby
Oh.
Laborer Gearsman or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that at some
Thank
point,
you.
I reckon. Recon.
Yep. So
Recon.
just want to confirm this crafting thing. Since I have that cloak now and my wealth level is like 3,000, so I can still make 2 items that are worth 1,000.
3 even, because the limit is
Basically, calculate the total worth of magic items you have currently, and if that is not higher than your expected wealth per level, which you can see on the link I posted in map tools, you're fine.
Yep. So I still have 2k.
Yeah, I still can have a thing crafted, and I want you to craft for me. I have a wish list.
A whole week here to do crafting.
No, it's just gonna take a day. It's easy.
Yeah, but I mean, if anyone else wants stuff.
I don't think we have money to fill up a week of crafting time. Perfectly honest.
I don't care about those people. What's important is my thing. What is the cost of special ammo? Let's see here. Because if there's going to be more DR like that, I will need to.
Probably will, or at least hardness.
I need to do something.
All right, Jake, I'll go and send you just the I am between us. There's everything I have that we haven't identified.
Awesome, thank you.
And that, even has like some names for things that I know the name of, like the +1 Inferno pistol, but we haven't
Right,
actually identified it.
Alrighty.
We also have those strange cubes and everything we found. Very odd.
So now we
There's
can
only so many descriptions I can make up for
sell
handheld devices.
everything, go to Silver Disc Hall and put it all on 15.
No, you do that with your share.
Also, Silver Skull is kind of
I
burnt
don't have
down,
a
so
chair.
that's
No,
difficult.
that's true. Yeah.
Ah,
I still had tokens left.
Fool.
at
I left
least
my certificate on the
didn't
bed.
lose- Well,
Oh yeah, you did. You totally did.
You did have a great time there.
You did. You did.
It was a nice
It was
bed.
worth it.
Yeah, Jordan just like lay down and relax for a bit. Like,
Smell
alright.
of coconut
Soft.
oil for some reason. Smells like sadness.
Crushed dreams.
Oh.
So no querying or commenting. There was that I just mentioned. Sheep. Enjoyed it. I feel as if the selections I have made have been meaningful to some extent. I enjoyed being able to basically fucking future RoboCop this person. Stop resisting.
It seems like there are many places. Well, we might come back to Torch because it seems like there's many places that where we haven't really.
That could be a thing too. Like perhaps the book expected that we as adventurers might want to visit the various places and relate with the people and engage in more social reactions. Whereas we feeling the pressure of Connor's down there, which mattered to my character, and then apparently this thing might blow up. We left any possibility of that behind, and perhaps we can actually explore that now.
Yeah.
It was hard to motivate, like just lolling around when it's just everything is going to.
Connor Brain is
such
suffering
an
down there,
imperative.
make dead.
But I need another drink.
Go down. Let's visit Iving's livery stable.
Liveries.
All the Merry Maid, or
Let's go to the brothel.
let's go to Otterby Manor. I've been there.
Just go to Otterby Man.
Well, we actually have been, Manikai, whenever we delivered the body of the fiance.
The Seven
yeah.
Tears farm. That sounds like a happy place.
We haven't been to the junkyard. I assume at least one of you will be going, during the downtime.
Hey, you.
Well, I think Jonah's a good one for that.
Yeah, I am. Shonda is the right person
I can
to
go.
send.
Maybe he can help with the fishing trip.
With the,
Apropos that thing, if we catch a big one, we might just put it in a bag and save it until hide under a rock until we get a level where it's okay to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you hold that, everything is gonna fall off you.
Yeah. So
I think.
But that's not shouldn't deter
Hanging
it.
out with the android.
Yeah. Make her an ally.
Well, hopefully it's not time for a Ponfar.
She looks really cool, so
It's gonna be very awkward.
Well, I mean, Sheep said there's nothing pertaining to leadership or anything, so I really can't make her an ally.
that's true.
I mean, leadership is not the requirement to change an NPC's opinion.
No, but it is
Yes,
the
it
one
is.
so that you can trust them.
Yeah.
Yes, I have you under my control. Unless you are a thing.
Until I put a
loyal.
feed investment
Exactly.
in it, I can't-
Unless you're a thing on my character sheet, I cannot trust you.
I need to objectify you and your loyalties.
I'm totally objectifying you right now.
You want to jump the bullet for me. It's true.
I'm out of here. I will liquidate things and items and stuff. Jake already knows all the things that are unidentified, and I can evaluate things, and I reckon I will. Well, Sheep, I fucking talk to you every now and then anyway, so I guess I'll probably talk to you at some point about this instead.
Tempting tonic.
At some point before next week, I will send in chat a list of all the things and what they do.
Money.
Enjoy your technologist power, Jake.
Yeah,
Money.
that plus 10. When I'm lucky and use technologist, I have a plus 22 on engineering to identify magic or tech items.
I enjoyed being able to get a crit there as a final thing for battle.
That was phenomenal.
I honestly thought that we were gonna go through more floors of the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a mega dungeon
It
thing.
was like four floors. He said, I was like, oh boy, 4 floors is gonna be great. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, but then we
well.
got into the holographic map room, and it was like the bottom 2 floors are demolished.
They can't pull this for 4 floors. To find this girl, that would be ridiculous. Kinda.
Also, that floor was way smaller than expected.
I go to Cyber Cowboy Town. So
Cyber Cowboy
I
Town.
think you would
Oh,
be
yeah.
super into that.
Sure.
All the hats and guns.
Put
and
on,
outlaws.
put on the soundtrack from Borderlands and let's go.
Spurs.
Oh, Spurs! I need Spurs.
No, horse to Spurs.
I have a donkey. It's not as heroic.
Ching, ching.
This is kind of out of context, but something that's hilarious is, so my grandma is this innocent little old lady who doesn't know anything about She's never seen weed, or she doesn't know any weed terminology or anything. But so she just shared on Facebook earlier today this picture that you have been passed the lucky bud. Share this and you will have good luck. And she shared it because she had no idea what was going on and she wanted the good luck.
Oh, there we go.
It was hilarious.
Oh, old ladies. Also sharing things on Facebook to get good luck. That's like, oh, you're a simpleton.
On a completely unrelated note to everything,
yes.
Today I bought a like $350 graphics card when I spent my entire main gaming day playing 8-bit shooters and map tools.
Well, there you go.
So I feel
Was
like
it the 970?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's what I'm shooting for right
Smoking.
now. As well.
It's time for Witcher 3, sheep. The time is now. This is.
Well, I haven't even played Witcher 1 or 2, so I might start that at some point.
No, don't stop. No, those games are unplayable now.
Oh, okay.
They're
unplayable in comparison.
Like they are incredible and good games, but don't. Just don't, sheep.
But story.
But watch a supercut or a long play or something. You will find. I guarantee you that you will find Witcher 1, for as amazing as that game was when it came out, and how much I played that game and loved it, you will find it almost completely unplayable today.
What game?
Witcher 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
I tried and I was like, my God, is this an MMO? Is this what I'm doing now?
I was zoning out reading something, but I'm assuming Sheep is talking about wanting to play Witcher 1 and 2 first.
Yes.
2 is still doable, but
2 is still somewhat doable. I couldn't do it.
No, it is long in the tooth now, too.
But here's the thing. There is so much story with like the books and the other 2 games that really, I just went to Witcher 3 and I was okay with it. Like I wanted to play the first 2 games, but I just couldn't do it, and I'm not gonna like read all the books. So I just played Witcher 3 and it was awesome.
I will say this that the Witcher story is it hooks into everything. Things you did in game 1 comes back in game 3 and haunts you, and like other way around. So and they reference the things that happens in the book constantly. So it's a very tight knit rope of story here. There is in 3, however, a very expansive codex that you can, when people come up and things happen, you can look in the codex to be like, what the fuck was this? And then like, oh, okay. Oh, that was that thing that happened in the book.
Yeah, this guy did this in the other games, and I know that now.
And it sounds like when you was like, oh, that series sounds interesting. Like there's like 800 episodes. You're like, no, I can't. That's no God, please.
Yep.
I don't want to get.
Oh, there's I think a science fiction comic series made in Germany, even I believe, that I at some point wanted to get into because I bought like one of the novels and it sounded interesting. And I was like, I'm going to start at the beginning, and then I realized it had like 800 comics and 200 books.
Yeah, it's like someone recommend you. I can't recommend
books?
Like I can't recommend the anime One Piece to anyone because it's like 600 episodes, and you're like, I can't do this to you.
If I had 2 years in prison,
too much. Yeah, 2 years in prison.
That's the science fiction thing I mean is Perry Roden, which is being published since 1961.
Mm-hmm.
So,
God, yeah. I'm kind of that way with the One Punch Man webcomic. Like, I finished watching the show and I thought it was cool, and there's more after the show that's in, like, the webcomic. You know, they're going to make a season 2 of the show, presumably, but I want to, you know, get ahead and, like, kind of how with Game of Thrones, you read the books, you know. To get ahead, but then it's just like there are so many foods. I'm like, oh,
I'm too old now for these long games.
It's why you It's why you look at those games and you're like, you know what? I don't need to play this on the hardest difficulty. You realize
youth is wasted on the young.
When I was young, I had all day to play games. Yes.
It didn't feel like that.
That said, Witcher 3 is amazing. It is my favorite game of last year, probably.
Also, for the record, One Punch Man is amazing, and you should all watch it.
I did watch the anime, and I enjoyed it a lot, despite not liking subtitle, like original
I
language
prefer
things.
subtitled generally, I guess, just because I think that the Japanese voice actors get way more into it. Like a lot of dubs, they don't capture emotion as well.
The things with dubs is that they pick like the most random people they find.
Yeah,
Japanese
and
things
they
do get
pick
very into it.
they pick weird people and they don't like portray the emotion as much. Whereas like the Japanese voice actors, they get really into it.
I mean, this has been discussed ad nauseum in this very group, but I always think that the original voicing, despite whatever language you're talking, is always preferable. Just original voice acting, and then just subtitle it.
I can agree that it's better. On the other hand, I mostly watch like TV series and anime on my second monitor in the background while doing something else, which is impossible with a subtitled thing.
Yeah, for me, I try to make it something I get into. Like, I'll stop playing games or whatever. I'll like put up Netflix or whatever thing, and I'll like watch the show.
Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma is next week, so that's also on the list.
I'm so excited. The PC port. That's like,
I don't think I can get into that at this point in my life. I'll put it on the list, but I can't. What I'm looking forward to is XCOM 2. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna play that until I die.
I need more Dark Souls-like games because I don't have a PS4 to play Bloodborne. Sure. Or Dark Souls 3. So
I ain't gonna.
I need that Dragon's Dogma in my life to scratch the itch.
XCOM 2 would be great if I had a machine that could run it. Now I'm just gonna be the one who sits and can't play it when everyone else has it.
Actually, system requirements are actually quite low for it. Mm-hmm. It's not Witcher level, not even close. So you might be able to.
Maybe, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
You know, you get a little bit of hope. Get a little bit of hope.
Here inside, like,
I can stream for you, Manikai.
No.
Will that help?
No. I'll go somewhere else. And
you have your fun, don't mind me.
Make everyone else feel bad for enjoying something they like.
You're like Eeyore now from Winnie the Pooh. It's just...
No, it's
it's fun, no one invites me
to be alone over here. That's the best character.
Yeah, Eeyore is pretty good.
My house just gonna fall down.
No, it's so bad for him. I feel so bad for him. Oh, poor guy. Couldn't catch a break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, XCOM 2. That's gonna be great. And Dragon's Dogma was good. Playing through Pillars of Eternity right now.
Yeah, I saw. How are you enjoying it?
I am starting to get into it. It is difficult for me to immerse myself in a completely new world, I've noticed. That's why I like prefer things like Pathfinder stuff where I have the world like established already for me. Because you need so much background, you need so much lore,
who
and
are
you sort
these
of
guys?
like who is anything here? What's an Aethus? Oh, it's a guy that blew up. Okay, what's a Godhammer? What's the Glenfarthing Fizz?
Well, the nice thing about
anything in this, so you need to sit and you need to read and you need to sort of absorb it a lot, and that takes time. And sometimes I feel like I'm just skipping text because I just want to get on with it, you know. So probably missing a few things. But
the nice thing about that game is that there aren't that many gods to know. They are usually in like D&D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a new world, so it hasn't completely imploded upon itself.
You'll usually care like about 2.
And D&D is usually it's on the Sword Coast or Neverwinter. That's where like D&D happens. So that's fine.
I remember back in the days of Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
When everyone just used just used Forgotten Realms instead.
Yeah. Let me tell you about Sankt Cuthbert.
I played some great stuff first. But I didn't know about
I tried. It was before Forgotten Realms stuff was released in 3.5. You know, that's when you did Greyhawk.
Yeah.
But I like Pillars.
Was a young lad.
Yeah.
St. Cuthbert. People hated that guy.
Oh yeah, he was so boring.
Because he was like the
most boring, stiff, like
I think
order
and played the Temple of Elemental Evil PC game. And they had a priest there who was just like this, like, well, I will help you for a donation.
He was clock
That's
following you,
exact.
basically.
And he had like that voice, and his picture was just him like raising his nose, being super snobby. You were like, I hate that god. Fuck you, God.
Yeah, he's
I will
considered to
revive
be.
you and help you defeat the evil demons, but I will cost you a lot of money.
So much money.
Whenever I do that, that's kind of the kind of character.
Oh, I know exactly. I love that voice.
He's like, oh, it's because there's like the arch cleric who's like not like that at all. But to talk to him, you need to pay this guy and like basically kiss his boot. Be like, oh, you can't talk to him yet. You're not allowed up there.
But I like pillars. I'm running a cipher with a blunderbuss, finding that to be incredibly effective. I hit for like 80 damage with that blunderbuss, and have so much focus that I'm mind controlling and doing a lot of stuff. It's fun. I like it. I'm starting to get into it now. I'm starting to sort of
wielding rogue, but there was a bug that did so that whenever it turned on, I had like a vicious stance. Whenever I loaded the game, that was applied again. So I had like minus 200 armor. At one
Oh
point.
yeah, that's.
It had like 1 billion damage. So as long as I hit first, I killed anything. But if that hit me, I died.
That has been fixed.
Yes,
Yeah, they
because I was
patched
like,
out
I can't play this. This is just ridiculous. Like, okay, I defeated like the greatest monster in the world with a single hit. But what's the point? Like, this is just not. Yeah, that was dumb.
Interesting
Let me tell
news.
you.
I like the NPCs are pretty good as well. There are a few. I wish the druid dude was more developed because I'm using him a lot in the party because he's so effective and good at what he does. But I just I don't really enjoy his character that much. It's very uneven with the voice acting. I find like some stuff is really good, and then some dude you're like, what? What are you doing? You know, what is this weird inflection and stuff you're trying to do? It's very uneven.
Interesting news though about those like flavor tubes. They're just like food. Each one it provides like a day nourishment for a medium creature. Which means they can sustain me forever. No, you just eat them. It's just paste.
But it's a tube. Get glass in my mouth.
It's a tube.
Food.
You like open the tube on one end and then eat it.
Oh, it's like a toothpaste tube.
Kind of, I think. So
basically.
Hmm.
Okay.
They're not glass tubes. They are transparent plastic tubes that you can squeeze.
Squeeze my tube.
And if you eat one of the unlabeled ones, you can make a roulette.
Oh.
But
Like
they sell
Bot's
money.
magical beans. Could be any
Here it
taste.
says, the texture and appearance are unappetizing, but the paste is actually quite tasty and comes in a mind-boggling assortment of flavors.
Oh. So what's it worth?
They're worth 6 gold each.
Oh, okay. But we have like
And they-
200 of them, right?
We have 32 of them.
All right.
That's a bit of money.
That's a bit of money.
Rahal, what did you want crafted?
I'll send you tomorrow.
We get a...
If that's
There was
okay
the
with you.
4,000 gold for... I'm sure that when Grimmith does his money counting...
Oh yeah, I have enough money for it. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it only takes 1 day, it's going to be a 1k or less.
It's 2k.
So then it's going to
But
take
we
2
have-
days.
Unless you rush
10
it.
or
right?
11 things that I'll be identifying as well.
You can only craft 1k worth, even if you swift do it.
What? No, if you rush it, you craft at double speed.
Yeah, but you can still only make progress for 1k each day.
Let me look at the
That's
item
that. Then you're not rushing it anymore.
Yeah, you are just doing it faster,
Yeah,
so you
it's
don't need
just
to
like if you-
spend so much
yeah.
time of your day crafting.
I don't think that's how the wording was it?
I'm taking a look.
I'm gonna go put some food in the microwave for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Let's see. You can work for up to 8 hours each day, and if you increase the crafting DC by 5, you can do 1,000 gold pieces worth of work in 4 hours. Meaning that if you accelerate it, you can do 2 crafting checks at a DC at a +5 to get a potential of 2,000 gold pieces worth of progress.
Right.
Okay, that works for me. I guess I can make anything with like a 7 crafting level
You can make
without effort.
anything.
Yeah, thanks to your level 3 bloodline power, you can ignore one of the requirements, which makes crafting for you really easy.
Yep, I can just
Have to
take
make those
10
spell
and...
pages, right?
Yeah, but I guess I don't know if I want to make them after all, if they're gonna increase my wealth level.
Well, the wealth level thing, it was a bit badly phrased. Essentially, what I don't want to happen is you surpassing your expected wealth by per level by too much, because then I'm going to have to seriously crank up the difficulty to compensate.
I mean, the next thing I'm gonna craft for myself is the charisma headpiece, so I can get my 17 DC back.
I mean, I see what you're doing, Sheep, and I understand why you're trying to do it like that. The problem is, as always, if players that are out adventuring tend to optimize their stuff.
Yeah.
So it might be, you might end up with a situation where we simply just throw away everything that are not completely essential to us. I can't pick up that pistol. My cloak will fall off.
I see your point, yeah. I think it'll be fine.
Can you tell me about this Inferno pistol, please?
You know, since Pimian has plenty of time and spells and stuff to add anyways, I can. The Inferno pistol. I can't give you a properly formatted stat, but actually I can, because I can just make one myself.
Tina has become a robot,
voice.
apparently, as well. In
The
some
voice
Rise of
is
Fire.
breaking for anyone else.
Yeah, it's kind of breaking up a bit. Those dog things, by the way, those thylakines, they show up in a surprising amount of time in Pathfinder Adventures. This is the third time. They're like the third time I have fought them in a Pathfinder Adventure.
It didn't do a whole lot.
No.
No.
But they're such weird,
Like,
strange
why
creatures.
would they take them down there with them?
Look at those creatures.
Guard
They're
dogs.
so bizarre. It's not a dog, though. It's like a cat dog, zebra, hyena thing with a jaw that like unhinges and becomes huge.
Well, it's a dogonoid. Like a humanoid, but a dogonoid.
That's right, it's a caninoid.
I guess it's more interesting to use those instead of just normal dogs.
It's just such a fascinating creature. It's like that. What was it like that weird panzer armadillo thing? What was the name of it? Annika, help.
Hmm?
You know that armadillo thing that has like
Pangolin?
yeah, the pangolin. Yeah, it's like the dog version of the pangolin. You look at it, you're like, what is that?
Pretty handy pistol.
Inferno pistol, 1d6. 1 nanite canister. How many charges is a nanite canister, Sheep?
That's a good question. I believe it is. I'm not going to say anything until I look it up, because I'm going to be wrong.
On critical hit, the pistol inflicts 1 point of burn damage. Is that
A
ongoing?
nanite canister has 10 charges.
Is that ongoing damage, Sheep? The burn?
Burn is ongoing, yes.
So on a crit, it does 1 ongoing burn damage. It's what makes it good is that it's an energy damage, so something that has DR. This bypasses it completely.
Know how well this works against robots, though, like fire damage.
It depends on if they have any fire DR. I don't know if they have we tested that.
I mean, they're metal.
They are, but metal inherently doesn't have any fire resist usually.
I mean, it's hard to burn metal.
You have encountered enough robots, and most of you know enough about engineering that you would know that robots are not inherently resistant to any elemental damage. They are, in fact, weak to electricity, but not resistant to anything else.
Okay.
So
this-
hardness wouldn't apply.
No, exactly. Harness won't apply with this thing, so that makes it good. The base damage is very low. A D6 is piddly. That's not going to impress anyone, but it is energy, so that makes it useful in that regard.
And it always targets touch.
Always targets touch. Yep.
It's like my acid spell. Use that when I can't use anything else.
It has 150 range increment, so that's good.
No, the range increment is 30 feet.
Oh,
the maximum
sorry,
range
yes.
is 5 range increments, which would be 150.
Okay, 30. Okay, that's more realistic, I suppose.
It is worth 5k.
It is. If I pick this up, everything I have will fall off.
Hmm.
The council shows up. We have discovered that you have a pistol. You must now give us your cloak. Like, oh,
And your suit.
no, my suit. I like my suit.
You didn't really use your suit that much.
Well, I haven't been attacked. It has worked.
What's the special thing about that? Only the stealth?
I get a
capabilities.
bonus when I sneak around in terrain. It's
Which is
attuned to-
kind of difficult if you're standing in plain sight in the middle of a room
and shooting a musket.
and shooting a
I'm
musket.
back.
Is the Inferno pistol more silent than the musket?
The Inferno pistol would be more silent, yes.
Is it? How silent is it? What does it sound like when it's
I mean,
shot?
it's not an explosion, but it certainly gives off a sound.
Does it sound like a flamethrower?
I mean, those are questions that I have not asked myself.
So it didn't shoot lasers.
It essentially shoots a blob of molten, metal, really.
So it's a lava gun.
Essentially, yes.
That's kind of weird. I thought it was a laser pistol first.
Oh, it's like a plasma thing.
I guess. But it's not shooting hot gas. It's shooting like sticky magma stuff.
Let's see. Unlike a laser pistol, which uses an intensely focused beam of light to burn a target, an Inferno pistol is much less elegant.
Oh.
It generates a blob of molten red-hot material and fires what appears to be a burning pellet of fire with a soft hissing sound.
Soft hissing. Might be able to actually snipe with that then. Sneak up to someone and just pop them.
Mechanically, I would put it on the same noise level as a bow.
Okay. His cousin walks down.
So
So
pretty damn
where's
silent
the
compared to
capacity
mine.
of canister usage one charge? That means it takes.
How many charges did it have, sheep, in it when we picked it up?
How many charges are there per canister?
10.
Okay.
It would have 9 charges since
Okay.
she only managed to fire once.
Wonderful. I assume, unless anyone else has firearm training.
No, I will give you your nanite canisters back because I assumed they
Yeah.
were for the med lance,
Yeah, I thought so too. But in that case,
and we have 4 of them.
I'll have make.
Well, 3 and then 1. Well, hang on. It's loaded currently.
Yeah, it's 9 in it.
Yeah. So and then 4 extra magazines.
What's a nanite canister worth?
They are
So we know what we
nanite. Okay, so let me take a look.
if more could be purchased if they're cheap.
Nanite canisters are expensive at 500 gold pieces each.
Oof.
It's a lot of money
Yeah.
to shoot for the D6 of fire damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's a backup weapon. If we run into something similar again,
It It would also be a d6 plus 1 because it is a plus 1 weapon.
Okay. It's enhanced.
Costs 500 gold to shoot.
50 gold per shot.
No, 50 gold.
50. Okay, I heard 500.
500 per shot. That would be prohibitive. Let's say. Can I overcharge it? Can I pour more canister shots into one to do more damage?
No.
Okay.
It is not a semi-automatic lava gun.
Yeah, it would be.
Still 5,000 gold. We're not even supposed to possess that much.
As I said, everything is
like-
is crazy.
Like almost double our treasure.
I will keep it. I will make like a holster. I'll like keep it in the holster until we run into something with hardness, and then I'm gonna use it.
I like vulnerability to fire.
Or vulnerable to fire,
Well-
but it's not amazing. The first time we find a rifle, definitely gonna use the rifle of this pistol.
I'm gonna get up tomorrow and do a lot of prep work for tomorrow night. So, I'll talk to you guys later.
I might, Manikai,
Wait a
before we
minute.
go. I might be slightly late tomorrow night. It's not sure. I have a family thing.
What does slightly mean? Like an hour?
No, it means like
Minutes?
15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
If that. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how long things take.
Sure.
But it shouldn't be bad. But if I don't show up,
I'll slowly start without you.
Yep.
Then you'll join in whenever.
Yep.
Alright. No, I'll go get some sleep. Thanks for the
Cool.
session. Thanks for the book. Forward to start the
Good
next
night.
one. Talk to you guys later.
talk to you later, Manikai.
See you.
Bye,
Later.
Manikai. How it
Yep.
goes. Let's see here, people. There's still a few people left. Brave souls in the chat, yes. Let's see here. Let's see if the people want to go to sleep or if they want to continue the discussion. Right, seems the people are still up for a little bit of talk, so let's have a little bit more talk. Bonus for everyone.
Hello.
Hi, bonus for everyone. I can't reach Manakai's bird. There we go.
I should be going to bed, but-
Bird.
You're not forced to be here, Cardoon.
But you called.
I did.
There's like this green blinking button.
Yes, it says Jonas needs you. I need you in my life. Why won't you pick up?
It's the Jonas signal.
It's the
Yo,
Jonas-
hang on. So Batman has the bat signal, right? What does the Jonas signal look like?
I
Looks like a Sven.
jävla finne. Oh, neighborly jokes.
Rivalry. Neighbor rivalry.
In the friendliest sort of way. We love our Finnish brothers. I do, at least.
Especially love them when we beat them in hockey.
You know what? I am magnanimous enough to give you that and be like, congratulations, Finland. I'm sure you earned it. And give you a condescending pat on the head.
You know, it doesn't matter if we win or lose the championship as long as we beat Sweden. Or if we lose to Sweden, they better damn well win the championship.
Yes, my signal is Zacharias dancing with Raphael. It's true. The two most famous achievements I have in online role playing: an evil maniacal lich and a swashbuckling ladies' man.
Good.
So yeah, the thing I want you to craft, by the way, is a belt of dexterity +2.
Laser belt of dexterity.
Oh, can you do it? Can you
Laser
lasers?
bells.
Can you give it lasers?
That's what I heard.
What I would also want, but I don't have the money for it, is actually a magic weapon. We have run into things that have magic DR now, and I don't have a counter for it really,
Don't have the feet for it.
which annoys me. I know it's not your fault; it's Pimien's fault really.
What? No. My fault would be if you didn't have tech items.
Yeah, well, I want a tech item.
I can't make them until 5th.
God damn it!
I know what you're saying, but you did just get a magical tech item that is exactly what you're currently saying that you don't have.
But it's not a rifle ship. It's a thing, but it's not
now
a
you're
thing.
just getting picky.
I know.
I mean, it's level 5 when we get the next bonus feat.
Level 5 is an incredibly important level.
Because I could get my
That's
craft
when I
magic
get the,
arms and armor then.
Yeah, and that's when I get the tech wondrous items equivalent.
It's it is an incredibly important level 5. That's when I get like that level 5. Gunslinger is very low powered, all things considered, until level 5. That's actually when you unlock the most important like class feature you have to sort of actually scale your damage up.
You're our executioner.
Yes, if you can make them unconscious and helpless, I can do a mean crit, but my normal damage is a d12 plus 2. That's all I do.
Yeah, but
Compare it to like Rothor and like and Saren, they just wreck.
Yeah,
a
but-
d12 plus 2 plus 1 for point blank shot
It's true.
versus touch.
Yes.
I mean, our party really needs an
Versus-
executioner.
Versus 10 DR sheep.
I don't think those things would be going down as
the-
easily if we had other
the
people.
Best
trying to
circumstances,
do it
I do 5 damage to them. Yeah, it has helped. I mean, the combo of your sleep and my execution has been very powerful. I see link postage in the chat. Did you okay? That's how I heard it.
It's what the link is Sony is trying to trademark the term let's play.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know what they're expecting from it.
By the way, do you know we played a little bit of Sword Coast Legends, I'm sure you all remember.
Mm-hmm.
Started uploading that. First of all, those files are huge. Never gonna record at 60 FPS again. They are huge. And YouTube is like, oh my god, what is this shit? This is like fucking days to process.
It wasn't really a game that needed 60 FPS.
Yeah, I wanted to try. And also got no less than 2 copyright infringement claims on them, and they're not even published yet. Yeah. For music, for the ambient music in the game.
Fun.
Fucking hate YouTube sometimes.
Was it done by the game makers?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the game makers have what happened was that there was a few songs in there that are probably third party. They licensed it from a third party somewhere, and that third party has another party that scans YouTube for their music, and when they find it, they alert them and they press a claim.
Yeah, YouTube and copyright claims is a bit weird. I know that one of my favorite streamers on Twitch, which is Day9 TV, has complained that he has licensed music where he has the explicit permission of the author to use it on his stream and in his videos, but he never uses it because Twitch and YouTube are going to have copyright claims on that, even though he has the permission to use them. But they don't.
I feel
know
like
that,
that's
of
the
course.
kind of thing that you could take to a court of law with Twitch and YouTube. Like, okay, here's the thing. You see this guy? This guy's the guy that made it. You see this? This is a document from him saying, I own it.
Jake, the problem is that is true, but that's not how law works in America. You lawyer up, and then you keep lawyering up until the other guy runs out of money, and then you win by default. That's how it works in the US. Unless you are incredibly rich yourself, or have like actually someone backing you. Like if Google actually backs you and say, no, this is actually correct. Then you're just, as a normal person, you're just screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Kiko
crazy.
has a lot of videos, I know that. But we are actually getting there. We are breaking very soon 2,000 videos.
I feels
the
like just
channel.
yesterday we broke 1,000.
I remember it was yesterday. Because we have
It
such...
actually does seem kind of
we-
recent, though.
We have an
we
incredibly
just
high
broke-
production
We just broke 1,000
rate.
subscribers.
We churn out 10 plus videos a week.
Who?
We as a group of role players.
Halldamir and Rahal
We have
and
we have
us.
two role playing sessions running a week, and that is at least 10 videos, usually 15 or something similar to that a week. And then we do other stuff from time to time, like when time permits these days, because most of our gaming time is actually the role playing stuff these days. But we have the bird thing, for instance. That was great. Sheep and I enjoyed that quite a bit. I enjoyed it a bit more than Sheep, I think.
Which? What?
The bird game.
I think I enjoyed it a lot.
Good.
I was just very, very. Well, I just gave my opinion essentially.
I know. Well, you said yourself that I enjoyed it more than you did. So I just echo that.
That's that. Yeah, but I did not enjoy it.
That's right.
By the way, if you, Cordune and Jonas, I guess, being you, if you check the Google Doc I linked, I'm as Sheep is sending me descriptions, I'm putting them in.
Okay.
By the way, this crafting stuff, it's crafting level 8, so I can't take 10 and like Swift craft it. I would need to roll 11 or higher to Swift craft it. I would need one more level in spellcraft to do.
I will say this: it is possible for you to. There is a spell that gives you a huge bonus to your crafting attempts. We could probably purchase that from the temple. I could even like a level 1 spellcasting. I can front the money for that to give you like a plus 10 or something to your crafting skill check for a day.
I just need one plus
Yeah, but-
1 spellcraft, and I can.
I know, but that's like what I can do, unless you have another way to give you plus 1.
I had no idea how you could get.
Did you just
One.
link this completely to everyone in the stream?
It's the things that we know what they do. It's the
Yeah, but you have
the
given everyone
description.
access to this document, and they can now.
Yeah, but they can't edit it. They can only view
Okay.
it. I make
Alright.
sure I'm not dumb with Google Docs.
All right.
Only
It's gonna-
people
it's
with the link can view,
it's
and
gonna-
nobody else can do
Just
anything.
gonna scroll down. Here's gonna be a huge dong, in the middle of this document.
ASCII dong. or more virginity
someone
stories.
is gonna do it. Oh, virginity stories. Yes, thank you very much for that. By the way,
This belt of dexterity would be 2 days worth of Swift crafting. It's 4,000 gold.
it is, yes. Access denied. Jake, did you throw me out?
Huh? No,
My
I said anyone with the link can view.
Ah.
Maybe you
Jonas.
need a, I think
I like this.
you might need a new link because
Yeah,
I did
that's fine,
have
that's
it
fine.
on edit because
Mhm.
I was sending it to you guys.
I like this. Nanite canisters contains nanites. Well, thank
We
you.
didn't know what they were before. I'll change
I
it.
know. I like the. Just it's a canister with nanites. It contains nanites.
This Naraplast armor that you're wearing.
Yep, I'm wearing the
Yeah.
Naraplast.
Max dex 8.
Yep, I'm dexed like a dexer. That's gonna last me through all of the campaign, honestly. Just need to start enchanting it. Unless we find something better, like a sniper's stealth suit of laser rifling.
Yeah.
It's like,
I feel like I won't find any gear for myself in this
The
this
problem,
campaign. I'll probably need to like craft everything that I need.
that's usually the problem with arcane gear. You don't find that much of it. Like for arcane users, you usually have to craft a lot of it.
I mean, more like
The
there's-
rods, for instance, you don't find rods usually.
I mean, it's gonna be like tech heavy, and that's gonna be like the melee guys and your thing, and especially
goggles.
Timen's thing.
These goggles are sick as fuck.
Tell me about the goggles.
Read about the goggles.
Inferno pistol, time ward neural inhibitor, time ward emergency beacon. What
These are the things that are being identified currently.
was that? The okay.
The emergency beacon was the functional metal cube-like structure that we got from the locker.
Wow, that is a long transmission range for that beacon. Time-worn V-mood.
V-mod, I imagine.
V-mod goggles. Shapes. Sleek and streamlined. Ooh. It's like sunglasses. Has a vision application of vision enhancement module. V-mod.
Basically, there are goggles that you can put different like memory cards into, and the different memory cards do different things.
Black Moon has his vision, but blinking twice rapidly, the wearer can magnify what she's seeing. Blinking twice again restores all vision. Oh, that's pretty damn cool. Okay, everyone in the party needs these. Like, we need one.
Yeah, and
like
since
everyone.
we have them, then when I get at level 5,
that's right.
the thing I can craft VMAD goggles for everybody.
Brilliant, Professor. Everyone, we just roll in. Everyone has cool sunglasses.
Yeah, and we
in
all
town.
we all have different mods.
Yep. Now we need like a pose when we roll into town. You know, we pose.
Yeah, we all like blink twice, and suddenly
Yep.
like flashlights come out.
And I have my spurs.
Yeah.
Carrick has his cape that he can flutter. That's gonna be great.
No, I don't think I would use the +2 the perception checks.
Why not? Perception
Oh,
is
this
the
ion
best.
tape and the zip stick are seem pretty cool.
What do you call me?
The ion tape basically is like regular tape, but if you zap it with a little bit of electricity, then it like hardens. And gets hardness 8 and 30 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can zap it again to make it go back. It's like rope plus tape, and you can also turn the rope into stone.
We need electrical current for that, though.
But we have that. We have a zip stick.
Zip stick.
Yep, it's a small pen-like device that does little zaps.
Okay.
Zip stick is most often used to activate or deactivate items that function on ion bonding technology like ion tape.
Oh, there we go. Brilliant, Professor.
Yes. This is cool.
The android lady basically said that she serves the Lord of Rust, and that she is very important, and he speaks to her, and she's some sort of religious fanatic. And she was totally gonna blow up everyone, and she was totally fine with it.
I don't think that's what she said. But
No, she tried to like cloak it and be like, "Oh, I didn't mean to kill everyone. I just meant to blow up the reactor. Oh, I couldn't be blamed that there were people in the way." And you're like, kind of. We threw her in a cell, and Saren is sitting there, watching her unblinking. They're probably gonna have a very long and heartfelt talk. And then he is gonna set her free, I imagine. And she's gonna run free over the hills.
Now that I think about it, this headband is gonna be worth 4k. I guess that's gonna be over my limit.
No, it's still within your limits.
I mean, if I have this and the cloak, I'll have 5k on me. The
you
limit
have
is 3k.
But you have no other things.
Huh?
Like, yeah, right? You don't have any other gear, right? These are the two things that you have.
Yeah, but it's still worth 5k.
well, it kind of shows the problem here, because both things were crafted, meaning if you had bought these things, you would have only half that value as your essential magic item pool. With crafting, that is in the worst case doubled, which is a bad thing.
The rule basically is to prevent you from getting too many things for too cheap. It's forcing you to spend a little bit of money on, like, buying things.
Don't really have that much money. That's why I want to craft, because I don't have that
Well,
much money.
we're going to be selling a bunch of things soon. And we have that 4,000 gold reward for turning on the torch. We just have to wait. Probably Grimace tomorrow is going to say...
The thing is, the town doesn't have things to sell either.
Yeah, true.
The town does have a purchasing limit of either 1 or 2,000. I have to look that up. So if there's anything you want to buy, there's a 75% 75% chance that it is available.
But the headband would not be, because it's over the limit.
If it's over the limit, it's unavailable.
Yeah, so it's a strange catch-22 then. It's like you can't craft it, you can't buy it. You only have money in a pile that you can't do anything with.
Just like buy potions of charisma.
Don't. Don't.
Shouldn't be too expensive.
Oh boy, is it.
What? Can't be. If this thing that gives you permanent charisma is 4k, so then the potion should be like 400 gold or something.
For something that lasts a minute.
A potion of what would it be? I guess
Eagle Splendor.
Eagle Splendor. It would last 3 minutes, and it would cost 350 gold pieces.
Not worth it at all.
I don't know. It's that one more DC point.
For 1 minute, for a few minutes.
It would be
for a
a
fight.
+4. Eagle Splendor gives you plus. Am I lying? +4 charisma.
It would be 2 DC more for one fight at least.
That's your money.
But I am Jonas, and I'm here to tell you that you are wrong to spend it that way. No, I'm just
Well, I can't use this
I
headband.
wouldn't recommend it either, honestly.
I can't use this headband.
I would probably look for things to buy that give you more utility.
Yep.
Rather than boosting
Like feather
DCs and
tokens are really good.
like feather tokens, like potions of cure wounds, which are always useful, like, I don't know, scrolls of some obscure spell that might only be useful in one situation, but, you know, if you have it, you have it. Scrolls they have no expiration date.
Yeah, but then I could just like craft those spell runes things and give myself like that spell for real.
You could, but that is far more expensive than a scroll.
It's 500 gold. It's basically it's worth 1k for a level 1 spell. Crafted would be 500.
But you could, for example, even though you don't yet have level 2 spells, you could buy scrolls for level 2 spells. If they're available.
But don't you need that read magic feat or something?
No, you need to use a scroll. You need to have it in your list. I think. I'm not sure that you need read magic to use a scroll.
You need read magic to identify a scroll.
Which you don't
cast
have to identify a scroll you buy.
Yeah, precisely, because you
is
know
there-
what it is.
Is there any roll to cast from a scroll?
Nope.
just cast it.
If the spell is on your spell list, then no. And I
If-
don't think you can use it if it's not on your spell list. So.
You can actually.
Oh.
If it's on your
Activate
spell
it.
list, it is, I believe, it's not used. I used higher level spells on Chiron, for example. But if you don't have it on your spell list, you will need to use magic device.
Pretty high skill in
I think
that.
it's probably DC 15 plus spell level.
But
or
the
10
spells
plus
you
spell level.
realistically buy with scrolls will be on your spell list.
Yeah.
It would be wizard or sorcerer spells.
I mean, I can't really think of many things that I could buy. I mean, there's all that adventuring stuff that isn't useful in combat.
Well, the game is not entirely about combat.
I don't know. It's been pretty combat heavy so far.
It's combat heavy, but it's not just combat.
We haven't really had to use any supplies while going down to that dungeon.
We used a lot of healing stuff.
Yeah, but that's still
Yeah, I
combat
did a lot of
related.
healing.
Combat related.
I mean, we don't camp down there because we have a town to go back to.
Maybe I should just get these stat bonus spells. Cat's Grace and Eagle Splendor. Would you like a nice +4 dexterity bonus in combat?
I mean, sure. If I have the belt, I have a +2 to my dex, so... I mean, another +2 is not bad.
I mean, to craft your belt, I would need to either spend 4 days making it, or 2 days, but then I would have to make 4 rolls.
Yep.
I'm trying to make it, and it's going to be less than 50% chance to complete 1 roll.
But I would say I would front the casting for that craft boosting spell for 2 days. It's like 50 gold or something.
It's really that cheap?
It's a level 1 spell. If I remember correctly.
But can you even wear this belt? It's 4K.
I can.
How expensive was your suit?
Fucking.
My suit is not crafted.
The fucking envelope.
Why is that an envelope?
An envelope?
Because you put the parentheses like in medium.
Oh, apparently parentheses open and parentheses closed is an envelope.
Yep.
No, it's a medium. Thank you.
Well, there we go.
It's like I copied these stat blocks and it's like, oh, there's a cat and an envelope and a smiley. Oh. Also, one thing we actually forgot to do this session is, well, Grimmeth isn't here. Grimmeth used a Time Worn item. Time Worn items have the chance to glitch. That particular weapon should have had a glitch on its first attack, which I overlooked. Because it was used after more than 1 month of inactivity.
Ah.
Let's see here. The spell in question is Crafter's Fortune. The target is struck by inspiration and gains a +5 luck bonus on its next craft check.
Need to get it 4 times then.
Yep.
How much
Oh,
is-
this is cool.
+5.
I mean, how much does it cost?
Let's see, here's a level 1. Let's see, you're buying spell casting. Minimum available, one. It's 10 gold per casting.
You'd have that down all the time.
So that would be 40 gold. I'll pay 40
Oh
gold.
wow. This nanite hypogun shit is like ridiculously good.
Nanite hypo gun.
Hang on. I need to... that
You have
is
this?
sick. Yeah. Is this one time-worn? Doesn't
No.
look like it. Oh, baller.
Oh, something
got
that I forgot to put for the nanite hypergun is that it uses nanite canisters, of course.
I see.
Whoop. There we go. I edited the thing I sent to you.
I just added. I already posted it on the thing. I just added it. And the
last-
the magazine that it's currently loaded with has 5 charges.
Yes.
Oh, lesser restoration. Cool. Auto grapnel gun. It's pretty cool.
And the last item.
When shall I getting her robot pet? I don't know. When I build him or when I find him. Nanites.
I can definitely tell you that book 1 was just the top of the iceberg.
Time-worn panic suit. Panic!
Panic at the Disco.
Mm-hmm. When opening one, a panic suit is a fist-sized plastic sphere. When activated, it envelops the creature, holding it in full body protective suit. When activated, it provides immunity to low radiation and resistance 5 against all forms of energy except sonic. Against inhaled poisons and diseases.
Oh, so basically, when we activate it, it turns into like a ball around us, like a suit, and then it protects us from radiation, energy, and poisons, basically. And when I deactivate it or the charges run out, so it can last for 3 hours or until you turn it off, and then it like breaks.
You can also, Kurdun, if you're breaking up too much against your money level, you think, you can also wait until next level, because then your limit is 6,000.
Yeah.
And with the, as we did it here, it
Oh,
would be
awesome.
8,000 total. Going a third over. And, that is...
So, for the people in chat, there is a reason why I'm hand-picking out the stat blocks I'm giving to people. Please consider stats of items that they might or might not find at some point to be spoilers that I will remove. Discovery in this adventure path is very much part of the fun.
Well, I guess an emergency suit can be useful if we run into another reactor that we need to go into.
For our crystal.
If you have a
There we go,
super
I've
mutant to send in. But then we're gonna
added
get,
all
like...
the stuff.
Yeah, but then he's gonna, like, chastise us for being smart. You should have died in there. That was your destiny. And you're like, you motherfucker.
Mm.
You lazy ass motherfucker. Oh. Well, I guess you can keep typing up the list there. I guess I'm gonna go to bed
And that's
now.
everything.
Yeah, same here.
Well, seems like a good haul. We'll take a look and see what we can sell off. And what to keep. You might want to make blueprints of all of this if we want to remake them in the future, I suppose.
I believe once I've seen them, basically, I know how to make them, right?
Okay.
Cheap, right? Like, once I've determined how they work, then... I can craft them more or less.
I mean, in character, you wouldn't know how to replicate these things just by having seen them, but I am going to assume that you study them at least. Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
study them to
definitely
identify them,
Anthony's
and
character.
you know, probably
And
draw up,
also
like,
to determine their
blueprints.
workings. He's very much into like, ooh, how does this work?
And that's how Torch blew up.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the other like traits that people picked come into play during the story, because so far we only saw Saren's.
We're gonna start running into Technic League pretty damn soon.
I mean, Scrap Wall isn't ruled by them.
No, it's this AI thing.
Yep, I'll be going to bed. I will catch you guys later.
See you later.
Later.
Good night.
See your book 5 cleared.
Hey, Sheep, with the emergency beacon, it says it has 24 charges. When is a charge used?
Let me check. I believe it's when you activate it.
Alright, people in chat, thanks for hanging out. Stream is gonna end now, and we will see you tomorrow when we're gonna do some Game of Thrones. That's gonna be fun, hopefully, and horrifying. To see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.